Lily and Max, two peas in a pod. They were inseparable, always finding joy in each other's company. From the moment they met, a special bond was formed that only grew stronger with time. Lily loved Max more than words could say. She would often whisper secrets into his floppy ears, and he would respond with a gentle nuzzle, as if he understood every word. Max was her playful, fluffy puppy. His energy was boundless, and his spirit was infectious. He had a way of making even the gloomiest days feel bright and full of promise. He had big brown eyes and a wagging tail that could brighten anyone's day. They were best friends. Max's eyes sparkled with mischief and love, and his tail never stopped wagging, a constant reminder of his happiness. Lily and Max did everything together. Whether it was playing in the backyard or exploring new places, they were always side by side, sharing every moment. They played fetch in the park. Max would chase after the ball with unbridled enthusiasm, and Lily would laugh as he brought it back, his tail wagging furiously. They shared ice cream cones. Well, Lily ate the ice cream and Max licked the cone. It was their little ritual, a sweet treat that they both looked forward to on warm afternoons. They even took naps together. Max curled up at Lily's feet. His presence was comforting, and Lily would drift off to sleep with a smile on her face, knowing her best friend was right there with her. Lily felt like the luckiest girl in the world to have Max by her side. He was more than just a pet. He was her confidant, her playmate, and her protector. One sunny morning, Lily decided to take Max to the city. The sun was shining brightly, and the air was filled with the promise of adventure. She wanted to show him the sights and sounds of the bustling streets. The city was alive with activity, and Lily was excited to share this new experience with Max. Little did she know, their adventure would take an unexpected turn. As they wandered through the crowded streets, they stumbled upon a hidden alleyway that seemed to beckon them with its mystery. What awaited them there was something neither of them could have anticipated. But one thing was certain. Whatever happened, they would face it together as two peas in a pod. The city was a whirlwind of activity. The streets were alive with the hum of daily life, a symphony of sounds that created a constant, chaotic melody. Cars honked incessantly, their blaring horns adding to the cacophony. People rushed by, each one a blur of motion, intent on their destinations. Tall buildings loomed overhead, their glass facades reflecting the hustle and bustle below. Lily held tight to Max's leash, her heart thumping with excitement. It was their first time exploring the city together, and she was eager to show him all the sights and sounds. Suddenly, a loud noise startled Max. It was a sharp, unexpected sound that cut through the ambient noise like a knife. He pulled away from Lily's grasp, his leash slipping through her fingers before she could tighten her hold. Panic surged through her as she watched him dart away. "Max!" Lily cried out, her heart leaping into her throat. She could hardly believe what was happening. Max disappeared into the crowd, his small form quickly swallowed by the sea of people. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Lily's stomach twisted into a knot of fear. The city that had seemed so exciting moments ago now felt like a vast, intimidating maze. She ran after him, her eyes frantically searching the throngs of people. Every second that passed felt like an eternity. "Max, where are you?" she called out, her voice lost in the city's clamor. The noise of the city swallowed her cries, making her feel even more helpless. Desperation set in as she began asking strangers if they had seen her dog. Most shook their heads, too caught up in their own lives to notice. With trembling hands, Lily pulled out her phone and dialed the number for animal control, hoping against hope that someone might have found Max. As she waited, she continued to scan the area, her eyes darting from face to face, hoping for a glimpse of her beloved pet. Finally, her phone rang. She answered it with bated breath, relief washing over her as she heard the news. Max had been found. She rushed to the location given to her, tears of joy streaming down her face as she saw Max. She hugged him tightly, vowing never to let him out of her sight again. With Max safely back by her side, Lily walked away, the city once again feeling like a place of endless possibilities. Lily searched everywhere for Max. She ran down crowded sidewalks, peering into alleyways and behind trash cans. She asked shopkeepers if they had seen a small, fluffy dog, but no one had. Hope flickered in Lily's chest when a kind old woman said she saw a dog run into the park. Lily raced towards the park, her heart pounding. But as she searched through the park's winding paths and beneath the shady trees, Max was nowhere to be found. Lily's hope began to dwindle, replaced by a heavy sadness. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the city, the golden hues of the sky painted a serene yet melancholic picture. The bustling city seemed to slow down, as if taking a moment to breathe and reflect. Lily felt tears welling up in her eyes. She sat down on a bench, her shoulders slumped with despair. The weight of the day's events pressed heavily on her, making it hard to breathe. She had been searching for hours, her heart aching with worry and fear. Just when she was about to give up, she saw a young boy with a bright red balloon. The vibrant colors stood out against the gray backdrop of the city, catching her attention and momentarily lifting her spirits. The boy's innocent smile and carefree demeanor reminded her of simpler times. "Excuse me," Lily said, her voice trembling. She hesitated for a moment, unsure if she should bother the child, but desperation pushed her forward. "Have you seen a small, fluffy dog anywhere?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Her eyes pleaded with the boy, hoping for any sign of recognition. The boy pointed to a street vendor selling hot dogs. His eyes lit up with excitement as he recalled the memory. "I saw a dog that looked like that sniffing around the hot dog stand a little while ago," he said. His words were like a beacon of light in the darkness, giving Lily a direction to follow. A surge of hope coursed through Lily. Her heart raced with anticipation, and she felt a renewed sense of purpose. The possibility of finding her beloved pet filled her with a determination she hadn't felt in hours. With renewed determination, she thanked the boy and hurried towards the hot dog stand. Her steps were quick and purposeful, each one bringing her closer to the possibility of reuniting with her furry friend. The city around her seemed to blur as she focused solely on her goal, her heart pounding with hope and excitement. Section 5. A City of Strangers. The smell of sizzling hot dogs filled the air as Lily approached the stand. Her eyes scanned the area, but Max was nowhere to be seen. Disappointment washed over her. Lily's shoulders slumped as she realized the boy must have been mistaken. The city suddenly felt vast and lonely, a sea of unfamiliar faces. She missed Max's warmth, his playful spirit, and his unconditional love. Taking a deep breath, Lily decided to retrace her steps, hoping against hope that she might stumble upon her beloved puppy. Section 6. Lily's Determination. Despite her weariness, Lily continued her search. She walked for what felt like hours, her legs aching and her heart heavy. She refused to give up. Lily knew Max was counting on her. She pictured his wagging tail, his happy barks, and his soft fur against her cheek. The city lights blurred together as tears welled up in her eyes. But Lily blinked them back, her resolve hardening. She wouldn't rest until she found Max. Section 7. A Familiar Scent. As Lily walked down a quiet street, a familiar scent hit her nose. It was the smell of Max's favorite treats, peanut butter and bacon. Lily's head snapped up, her senses on high alert. She followed the scent, her heart pounding with anticipation. It led her to a small pet shop tucked between a bakery and a flower stand. Peeking through the shop window, Lily noticed a familiar fluffy form curled up on a dog bed. It was Max. Section 8. Max! Max! Lily cried out, her voice filled with a mixture of relief and joy. She threw open the pet shop door and rushed towards her beloved puppy. Max's ears perked up, and his tail thumped excitedly against the dog bed. He leaped into Lily's arms, showering her face with happy, slobbery kisses. Lily hugged Max tightly, her heart overflowing with happiness. She had never been so happy to see her furry best friend. Section 9. Reunited, and it feels so good. The kind pet shop owner explained that Max had wandered into his shop earlier. He had given Max some water and treats, and Max had fallen asleep in a dog bed. Lily thanked the pet shop owner profusely. She was so grateful that her beloved Max was safe and sound. As Lily and Max walked out of the pet shop, hand in paw, Lily made a silent promise to never let go of his leash in a crowded place ever again. Section 10. A Bond Unbreakable. Lily and Max walked back through the city streets, their steps lighter now that they were reunited. The city didn't seem so big and scary anymore. Lily realized that no matter where they went, as long as they had each other, they could overcome any obstacle. Their bond was unbreakable, a testament to the enduring love between a girl and her dog. From that day forward, Lily and Max continued their adventures, their hearts filled with gratitude and their bond stronger than ever.